bunch of people have asked me to do. They all want me to do a smoky eye tutorial, which is really easy. So I'm gonna try and do this video in like 10 minutes, 15 max. Louise shadow bases are what I like to use. They have a lot of stick to them and they're really quick and easy for something like this. So the first thing that I do is prime my lids. So I use these guys. So what I typically do is take a base all the way across from underneath my brow down. I use a little Anastasia brush that I've had for a really long time and just kind of stick it in the Louise. And this stuff is like crazy sticky too. I love it. And then once I'm done with that guy, because I only really use him from the brow, like right into that little crease, and then I'll get the Bata Black base. And this looks like really, really dark originally when you first start using it, but it's actually not that pigmented like when you start to put it on, which is fine because you're gonna like layer shadow and stuff like on top of it, so no big deal. Then you get the black one, and the black one I put solely just on my lid. Because it doesn't have to be perfect, and then I'll just kind of blend it lightly up. Not like with a harsh line, but just kind of almost like feathering so that the two blend together just a little bit, so there's like a little bit more of like a gradient kind of look. So I'm going to do one eye first, and then like we'll go on to like the other eye. I'm going to use this palette because basically all the colors that you would need are in it. It is the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. So the first thing that I end up doing is taking just like a flat shadow brush, and I'll use, oh actually no, I forgot. I have just a white old Makeup Forever shadow that I like to use, and I just put that right underneath the brow. So I like to use a brown base with black instead of just solid black or using gray when I'm doing a smoky eye, because sometimes like when you do a smoky eye and you use like grays and blacks alone, it can sometimes look blue. Yeah, it basically looks blue. So once you get like that light shade like right underneath your brow, then you can just start in with the colors that you're going to end up using. Like I said, I use the Rustic, which is going to be like this light brown guy. And I use the Morphe M332 brush, so it's going to be kind of a fluffier blending brush. And you're going to stick that into Rustic. I don't use a whole lot, but it's going to look like a lot as soon as I put it on. And from here, I just kind of like start. This is going to end up being like a transition color. Back and forth. You're going to go in next with the Cypress Umber, which is that darker one, dipping it in there. And you're going to place that right in that crease right below Rustic. And this is just going to help your shadow kind of blend out, because when you're working with black, like that shit just gets everywhere. Little bit more into that like vanilla-y kind of shade. Going back with the Rustic Umber. I actually work a lot with the browns before I even like touch any of the blacks. Take that little flat brush. We're going to dip into Noir, which is that black color. And this one, I tell people, like when you use a sticky base for a smoky eye, it's gonna help you out a lot. You're gonna have less fallout, but you wanna just kind of like press. So you pack it all on, you make sure that all that Louise base or whatever base you're gonna use is like fully saturated. Ooh. And I don't ever bring my black up past like the little crease in my eye with a flat brush. I'll actually just go back in with like a blending brush that has like brown still on it and just kind of feather that up. I'll go back in another time with that Rustic, that lighter shade, and just kind of hit the top. And just like that, you have a smoky eye. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other one really fast, and then we'll go do liner, lashes, and we're good. All right, so both eyes on, done, cool. If you are someone that this is too much for you, like this is too much black, or this is just too dark, or too intense in general, use lighter shades and don't go up as high. So do the lighter shades, slowly working your way down, and then once you feel like, okay, like I'm comfortable with like the height of where my shadow is gonna stop, then work from the bottom, like with the black, and like slowly work up. But in that case, just don't use as much black on your lid, because when you do end up using a dark shadow like that, like a black, and you start to blend it, a little bit goes a long way, and it's gonna go from here to like there real fast. So we're gonna do our eyeliner and move on. But eyeliner, same thing. I'm just gonna do one side, do the other side off camera, and then lashes, close out. What's up? So here, you would want to start right on the edge. Just draw a line from the front all the way over, and then from this side over. Let's see if I can do that. Did the liner, close enough. Like I said, it's all black, so it's all fine, and it doesn't like, you're not gonna notice a difference. Here, we're just gonna fill in. I have an eyeliner. And then, I mean, it could be crooked, I can't tell, because it's so black. Yo, if you watch my videos, I appreciate you, because hilarity always ensues on here. Well, more from like the fact that I just think I'm awkward and I don't really know like what I'm doing. So, thanks for sticking around with me. So we're gonna go ahead and smoke out like the bottom lash line using that same palette. But this brush actually has a flip side that is like tiny little guy. We're gonna go in with the Cypress Umber, which is the dark shade, yeah. The dark brown shade. And I just kind of place it underneath there. As soon as I put shadow on my waterline, my eye immediately starts to cry. I don't like to do like something really heavy underneath the eye since I already have so much like smoke going here, but I do like to kind of diffuse the under eye just a little bit. So we're just gonna kind of tap in that Cypress Umber and kind of buff down. And then I take the teeniest, tiniest bit of black just to kind of get as close to my lash line as possible, just to darken that up. And I kind of tap and do just like little like flicking motions almost, like doop, 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 doop. So, and then I'm gonna put my lash on this eye, and then I'm gonna do eyeliner and my lash off camera, because nobody wants to watch me do the same thing twice, right? So you're gonna go ahead and put mascara on. Cool. And the mascara is just so you don't have any shadow in your lashes. Taking my little lash. Then we're just gonna be done. Just kidding. Okay, now that I have one lash on, I'm gonna go off camera and then back, and then we'll be done. All right, there it is. Both eyes, done. You only really need 4 shadows. A light one, the light brown one, the dark brown one, the black one, and then that's really it. So it's really simple, it's really easy. I'm gonna do mascara on my bottom lashes, and then we're gonna close this out and we're done. And there you have it. A look. It's some sort of look. But yeah, real quick, smoky eye tutorials. Hopefully like this helps some of y'all. I know that smoky eyes are like super intense, so a lot of people are like, I don't want to do that. But do it. It's fun. I like it a lot. It's something quick and easy. Bye.